ready, Skip?
I hear you, Anthony. I'm ready, man. Are you ready?
I'm always ready, man. I can't wait, buddy. I can't wait. Nothing better than to see your smiling face. In fact, lower the phone just a little bit so we get. There he is, looking great, buddy. You're looking great, my man. It's fantastic. So, what do you think, Skip? Like, what's your vibe? I know you'll be in D.C. tomorrow for the opener.
Well, yeah, I was in spring training, of course. I was with the club every day. They're ready. They came on in about the last 10, 12 games, and they're ready to play. And I really like our chances this season.
There's a million things to ask you about. How about let's start with Bohm and get your eye out on Bohm. What's your vibe on Bohm's approach coming this year?
I think he had 280 last year. I think he's still better than that. He's capable of hitting 300 and about 25 home runs. He had 15 homers last down year, and I felt like that he was down. He struggled the second half of the season last year. He's going to be better this year.
Look at Skip gives the Bohm. Did you talk to him? Like a guy, what do you say to guys coming off of what he came off of, right? Like, I want to get in your brain for a second, and you got a kid that gets benched in the postseason, all right? What do you tell him to start the next year?
Yeah, well, basically, I want to be very positive with him, and I definitely would brag about to him about this first half he had. And the second half when he kind of slumped off, but at the same time, I would make sure that I would remind him that he's much better than what he was at hitting 280, and I just go from there. Really, I would kid him sometimes, things like that. But I would also leave him every day when I talk to him. I'll leave him with a positive thought.
It was amazing is like you played the mind game with guys. Like you got in their heads, and you know that, like, especially when it comes to hitting, because it can wrap you in a pretzel, that you keep it positive. Like when it's amazing. Like I listen to how you talk to players, and they love, like, to this day, man, these guys love you. And I think it's because of how positive that you make it, right?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I think when you get to know every guy on the team, especially all the hitters, that you definitely have to be positive. You can get on them in some ways and be hard on them, but you always leave them with a positive note.
Are you harder on them when they're actually doing well, like when they're in a little bit of a zone, to make sure that they kind of don't like slough off at all?
I always ask Anthony, when I come to the ballpark every day, I always talk to all my hitters, and what how's things going, and I'll talk to them about things I want to see them to correct and things like that, or how they can get better. But I also tell them the good things they've done and the swings I like, and remind them of how they hit and their strong points of their hitting, and to look for good balls to hit and get ahead in the count and hit the ball out front. That's how you hit. And most of my hitters, I tell them, I remind them every day about that. Every bat when some guy comes up to the plate, I've talked to him most of the time before he goes to the plate.
And so with this team, knowing what happened, right? Knowing how they were all tied up into a pretzel, right? Getting themselves out, like against the Mets, that whole thing. What's Rob's overall message during the spring? And this is a veteran team, right? Like, so they're good. What's the whole messaging, you think?
His message is that we got to prove from last year We had 95 wins last year, but we don't get complacent, and we can do better. Like for instance, we hit 243 as a team last year. That's not good at all. I mean, our team should be hitting anywhere from 260, and that's to me is light. But they should hit anywhere from 260, 270 at least, and we would have scored more runs. I think we scored close to 800 runs or maybe more, but we could have even scored more if we hit. I know analytics don't say that batting average counts it, but Charlie Manuel says it is.
I love that. I love that. And I think that's what's interesting is that they saw the second most pitches. They were the second most patient team this spring training. I love that. I think that bodes well.
I think it's good. That's I would say that's definitely one of the big things that we need to do. And cut down our strikeouts and things like that. We can do it because we got the players to do it. And the 95 wins, that kind of tells you that we got a good team. But I say I've always had a high expectation of our team, but this year I think we are definitely better than those 95 wins. Really.
Do you, when you look at individually, let's kind of go through it a little bit. We talked about Bohm. Turner obviously is the huge catalyst, right? Because he's going to be batting leadoff sometimes. He's a guy that could swipe 50 bags, that could set a tone. You believed in that. When that 08 team, God, during that run, when you had Victorino and Rollins and those guys, swiping bags and moving on the base paths, that makes a huge difference.
Exactly. Without a doubt, the more guys we get on base, that gives us more chances to run and stuff like that, and play situation baseball. And so therefore, like I used to tell Pat Gillick all the time. He'd say, we leave a lot of runners on base. I said, well, yeah, but we lead the league in runs scored. So, that's how you do it, really. So if we could improve our offense just a little bit more, it's going to really help us.
I love it. That's why you're the greatest. When Gillick says leave a lot of runners on base, you're like, yeah, we lead the league in runs scored, my man.
Exactly. Right.
All right. How about let's go to JT. JT's a big year for him, right? Contract year. Yeah. He's the guy. We were just talking to Matt Gelb. He said, "Listen, he wants to catch 120 games." How do you feel about JT?
I think he had a down year last year. I think he's better than what he did, and I look for him to be about a 275 to 298 hitter this year. And he's going to lock in more runs, and he's going to hit more home runs. I think he's going to have a great year.
How about Kepler? What did you see from Kepler in the spring? He had a big spring.
Kepler's got big power. Kepler, I talked to him this spring, and I try to put a Jimmy Thome stance on him, and he's hitting the ball good. Kevin Long's doing a good job with him. And things like that, and I think he is the one guy I think can have a big year, can have a big year with us, and the reason I say it because the talent he has, and also the players that's going to be around him.
Look at that, Kepler, give him the Jimmy Thome stance. I love it. I love it. How's Bryce doing?
Bryce is doing good. He's been hitting the ball good this spring, and he's in good spirits, and he's Bryce, and he's of course I always think Bryce can even do better on what he does, and this could be a big year where I always say it's coming.
So. Give me the Charlie pick. Who has the big year? Like, who's your pick? You have the great eye. right? So give me the guy that has the big year that you're smelling it.
I think that I like Castellanos,
Yeah.
and because he's really been working on his hitting. He's definitely he's got slow feet and quick hands at the plate. He's cut his swing some, and he's covered his plate cover some. And I think he's wanting to do good, and he's in a good spirits. But I pick Castellanos, and I'll go. I'll stay with Harper.
Yeah. Bryce and Nick. I love John. Move the phone down just a little bit so we got. I love. I don't want to not see you. And
Okay.
yeah, there you go. Perfect. Yeah, leave it there. Perfect. So let's go pitching. And the one guy I'm dying to ask you this, Sanchez. We were talking about Sanchez is now touching 97, 98.
Right.
How does he get that velo up?
It's in his delivering, and as you talk to a hitter, you say his timing. He's got good rhythm on the mount, and he's gotten stronger, and he's improved his pitching a lot because of the command of his pitches. He's very good, and I look for him to have a real good season for us.
Yeah, I mean, with him throwing 98, I mean, that's scary because Wheeler's Wheeler. He's your bulldog. He's your Halladay, right? Nola, all he is reliable and consistent and give you innings, right? You got Sanchez like that.
Right.
I mean, and then Luzardo's got a ridiculous arm.
Right. Sanchez got a great change up. People hadn't been really talking a lot about his change up, but he's got a good command of his change up, and it really makes his fastball much better.
Yeah. How about Luzardo? How's he look? Because his arm's live.
He's good to me. I've seen him pitch about 2 or 3 times, and he's got really good stuff, and he showed command, and he fits good in a rotation. He's got a different arm slot than Sanchez or Junior has, and Suarez has, and I like all 3 of them in the rotation. We got 3 left-hand pitchers, different styles.
Yeah, like that's rare. You got 3 lefties that can throw hard. Are you kidding me? Like that's impressive, man. How about the bullpen? What do you think of Romano?
I didn't get to see him enough. He's got a good arm, of course, but I did not get to really see him enough.
Yeah. But I guess Alvarado looked good. They were saying
great shape, and I look for him to, if he can command the strike zone better and keep the ball out of the middle of the plate. He's got a chance to be a great pitcher. We see that every year, but this might be the year when he's improved some.
I like that. I like it. I like it. The bat. You got to be fired up, Skip, like you always do, man. This is going to be a great year. What did you think of the kids? Did you get the chance to see Miller and Crawford?
Yes. Crawford's 21 years old. He's still a baby. But 2 or 3 years from now, he's going to be a man, and he's going to be real good. He's easy to project. Crawford is going to be a good player. Miller's going to be a great player. Miller's got the size. He's built good, and he loves baseball, and he's going to work at it.
That's awesome. I love it.
Love to hear it.
There's something about the kids. Like we got. There's a kid from the Tigers that's from Delaware County. He's the shortstop, Kevin McGonigal. He took Nolan Yard the other day, Sunday. He's a lefty shortstop, and he took Nolan. He sat first pitch fastball, and he took him out. The kid, I love talking about these kids.
Yeah. He the guy hit the ball off Nolan the other day. He's going to be a good player.
He's from Delaware. He's from up here. He's from Delaware County. He went to Monsignor Bonner High School.
Yeah, good player. He's got a good future.
Yeah, we like that. So what's your schedule? First of all, you look great. You sound great. You look like you're ready for the season, man.
I'm ready. I'm always ready, Anthony. But my expectation is really high. But at the same time, if they hit somewhere in that, if they be good instead of great, they're still gonna be good. That makes sense.
That's right. Well, give people a lesson. Because listen, I feel like everybody's kind of like a little bummed out from last year, and they don't have the juice coming into this season.
Well, you know what? I talked to three group of people down there, and I would say in those groups there's over 1,000 people, like for the three groups, and they were really up, ready for the season to start.
Good.
They were very, very up big on our team, really.
Well, and you can give people the lesson, because I hear people talking about the Dodgers, and I go, yeah, I mean, listen, the Dodgers are a great team without a doubt, but this is baseball.
Exactly.
You don't know what's going to happen come October.
Right. Exactly. We don't lay down because somebody says somebody's better than we are, but because you got to prove it during the season. I think we can play with the Dodgers, and I think we can beat the Dodgers.
Beat the Dodgers. Beat LA.
Beat LA.
That's it, man. But you know what? You know what? I love the story you tell me that you would give a speech, and this was before every season. Like, you get to spring training, and you give a speech to the squad, and you would write it down. And do you remember telling me this about your speeches? Yeah. What was your favorite speech?
Huh?
What was your favorite speech that you would give the team?
I would give them I would start out like I got everything written down, everything like that. After about 3 minutes of talking, I started screaming and telling them how good they are and how much I want to see them play and things like that. And I tell them, hey, look, I want to see Jimmy Rollins and Chase Utley and Victorino run the bases. That's energy live, and I love to see that. And I tell them how they can hit, and I'll mention their names and everything like that. I won't miss.
What would you say about Ryan Howard? Name. What would you say about Peace?
I call him a big piece, and things like that. And I build him up, and they start laughing and everything like that, and then we just go out and get it done.
That's awesome. I love it. I love it. All right, here's what we're gonna do. A little game. All right, pretend that this is this team. All right, you're giving a speech to this team right now, the 2025 Phillies.
Right. Yeah, I would say I would just basically tell them I would go by last year's season, bring it up, and tell them about we won 95 games, and so we definitely, if anyone in the room don't think we can't win more, they should raise his hand or something like that, and I'll say so. Therefore, we can be up every day of the season. We come to the game and we play them one at a time. And we don't get ahead of ourselves, and we don't look back, and we play one day at a time.
I love it. I talk to pretend like it's them. I may show them this. So we got Bryce, right? We got Schwarbobs.
Exactly.
Boom.
Yeah, exactly.
You're the greatest, brother. God love you, man. I swear to God, God love you. You are you're a gift to our area. And I'm pumped up. You'll be here opening day on Monday, right, for the home opener.
Yeah, I actually really look forward to seeing you, and I'm going to give you a big hug.
Yeah, buddy. Cannot wait, buddy. Cannot wait. We got dinner. Hey, we got a big tournament. We start off this weekend at Ripken for Massimo's 12U tean. So we got a big tourney this weekend.
That's good. I want to see the kid do some hitting, man. Yeah. Let's go.
We had a game the other day. He hit the fence, dead center, right? Just started off. All right,
Good.
top of the fence, got a double.
Hopefully, I get to see him play a summer.
Oh, you're the greatest. Greg, VG, Charlie goes and he every year goes and sees the kids. The kids go wild.
They gotta go
over
crazy
him.
to see him.
And he loves it. He sits behind the cage, right?
Yeah.
Guys come up. Parents are coming up. He takes pictures with everybody. The kids go crazy. He talked to the kids.
Yeah, my mind would be blown as a kid.
Yeah, they're sweet and good. I actually pull them out, really pull for them, Anthony. I mean it.
I know you do. That's why you're the greatest, brother. God bless you a million times.